It's week 1 of the 2042 season, where Mexico City will play host to a different kind of football. It's the Caps and the Monarchs, just ahead on EA Sports.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Well, Brock, we saw week 1 begin on Thursday nights, and now 2 more teams get their season started here on Sunday. He's Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott, and it is very important, partner, for both teams here that their seasons begin on a strong note.
Yeah, this is the week where I really can't take myself back to that locker room, to week 1 across the different seasons. And whether it was high school or college or pro, it was the same feeling. Right? It was hope springs eternal. Even though it's the fall and the calendar's turned and it's week 1, you're so hopeful of what lies ahead.
It's one of the happiest moments for any football fan. Welcome back, friends. A new season is officially underway. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So here's their offense, taking over for the first time here. And we will get a look at their 6th-year signal caller.
It's the dawn of a new season, Kate, with all the promise in the world ahead of he and his squad. And this is where all that off-season planning, the reps in camp, the sweat, the blood, the tears come into play. And you really don't want to stumble out the gate. You want to be the horse who jumps to the front right away and let everybody try to chase you down.
And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. It was the rookie from USC who got there for that tackle. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 34. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Every defense in this league is going to sign up for a 3-and-out to begin a ball game. But to send him off the field, to really add that extra tone setter by backing him up with a sack, well, that's the cherry on top of that 3-and-out.
And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. And they'll be led out by the longtime veteran at QB.
I got a smile on my face. I know he has a smile on his face as he runs out with a new season ripe with every possibility. This is only the first scene of a 4.5-month movie where he could be playing the part of the league MVP and maybe leading a legit contender into the postseason. How he starts this campaign, though, or how you start, can have a massive impact on how things play out.
And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They give it to him again. And he's tackled for a short gain. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. To throw, here's Hall. He's got a man left. And this one doesn't go far.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much at training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field. Keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
He fields this at the 18. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That punt goes 63 yards. And it'll be their football. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. In the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
At the 24-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be a first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
They'll run here on first down. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Pass play coming here. Hits him on the out route. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Throwing from the gun here. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Brought in right side. And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, I know it's tough to evaluate when you're playing at game speed when there's chaos all around you. But if he looked around, I'm not sure that's a throw he would make again. Even one of the biggest targets, big old tight end, couldn't fight back to the line of scrimmage.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And this looks like it got just inside the 20 as it flew out, and indeed it did. They're putting the ball at the 19-yard line. Their offense headed back out for its 2nd drive of the contest. Their 1st drive of the season, an uneventful one, led to a punt, so they'll try to get some new season magic going here on their 2nd drive. Hall looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Connects on the crosser. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. That play good for 17 on a 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Now Hall. He's on the move. Now he takes it. They get 13 on the pickup. And they'll have 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Another carry for him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, and instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
Well, no look on his first look of the game. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Here's the Caps punt team now. And he'll try to have his 2nd punt top his 1st one. Got 49 on his 1st punt. This one looks even longer. Another drive coming up for this offense. By this point, partner, they are through that opening script, through trying to establish their offense, and yet still no points. Thinking it might be time to start switching things up a little bit, tear up the old game plan and start fresh.
Well, I promise you that's what's buzzing on the headsets and over on the sidelines and in the huddle. Got to find a way to just get into some sort of rhythm. He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball. You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these third downs.
And he's brought down before the return gets far. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And it's going to be their football coming up. Now this offense ready to head back out. And it's been a very slow start offensively. Let's see if this drive is the one they can break through and put up the game's first points. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Buys time, rolling right. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he slides to a stop after a great run, but still not quite enough for that 1st down. So now here's 3rd and 5. Hall setting to throw. Complete out to the right side. Well, not what you like to see. Still just in the opening quarter of the season, and they have an injured player out there. Let's hope it's nothing major as he gets looked at. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. They send a man in motion. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down. Back to the well again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He has the first over the middle. And they make the tackle at the 38. We're through 1 quarter of this opening weekend of football. Couple of zeros on the board right now. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. We're all set to start the second. Offense already out to resume its drive. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Monarchs will take over as he records his first interception of our season. He was trying to fit it into a window in the zone coverage, but by the time he let it go, boy, Brock, that lane had closed, and someone was there to make a play on it.
Now, what you're trying to do in zone coverage defensively is make that quarterback see a window that isn't actually there. And as soon as he takes the bait and sends it over the middle, well, you got 1, 2, 3 defenders all there in range to go pick it off.
That outruns their offense. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
Not on the same page with his tight end. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And defenders continue to swarm over to get him at the line. No gain there, and that'll bring up 4th and a few.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
The Monarchs out for the punt. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And that's going to pin them as deep as it can go. They're going to be set up inside their own 5-yard line. Their offense ready to take the field now. They gave one away on their first drive of the season. Now it's time to get one back with a touchdown on drive number 2. On first down, they'll run. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
This close to your own goal line, they really don't want to risk a sack. That means, well, one option, run it and buy whatever breathing room you can.
Back-to-back carries here. And he's going nowhere there. Add that to what's been a tough afternoon for him. Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on third. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he has it up to the 9-yard line before going down. It'll be a gain of 5, so that brings up 4th and 2.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you could be a Pro Bowler.
So out now comes the punter. And they could really use a good one here. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. That's taken in at the 42. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And it'll be good field position for them as they take over right at midfield. Lone back gets the handoff. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6. Here's a throw. Chased out to his right. He's running for it. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he gets this forward to the 19. Give him 5 yards to bring up a manageable 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Looking for a throw here. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
You know, it's fascinating how those routes you run so many times in practice become a whole lot more difficult in the actual game. That was an important 3rd and short to convert. Very surprised to see that play fail.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that's going to get them on the scoreboard.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Starting from the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. And coming off our first points of the ball game, they're going to take over now trailing 3-zip. Running it now out of the gun. And he gets his offense forward to the 44-yard line. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. They'll run the counter. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. That's good for 7 yards. And they're going to have a first down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Monarchs get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
The offense headed back to the field. Their first drive of the new campaign netted a field goal. Now let's see if they can bump that up to a touchdown on drive number 2. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Short pass brought in.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
From the gun on 3rd down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And it can't hurt you with the return if you just kick it out of bounds, right? This one flies out right around the 15-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He'll check this one down, complete to the fullback. And he's brought down after a short gain. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Now give left side. Still motoring past the 30. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Throwing his Hall. Completed to his running back. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The 2 were right there, and then netted some positive yards.
And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. We're to the 2-minute warning from Mexico. The Caps trailing on the scoreboard. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Hall now. The rush gets home, and they stick it. Working quickly here. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Caught quickly on the slant. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Hall. Throwing the out route complete. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. Throwing now, needing a first. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Still sticking with the passing game. This one's caught. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. From the red zone now. He brings it in. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down. Before we can get a snap on 2nd down, they call timeout. He'll throw it yet again. Hits his running back. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Shotgun now on 3rd down. And no one had a shot at that. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it'll knock this game up late in the 2nd quarter.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. He's back to throw. Completed over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Here comes the final play of our first half. One final shot before halftime. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And welcome back to football. Everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip of the year around the NFL. We'll get started across the Atlantic in the Irish capital of Dublin. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. The Shamrocks with a strong performance as they get the win at home in the opener. Not too much to show you scoring-wise in that first half. Just a couple of field goals make up all the scoring. But I wouldn't be surprised if we're close to a breakthrough, and things should open up as we move along.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Caps are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. To throw, here's Hall. Finds him over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Hand off to the back. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
They go play action on first. Cut out left. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Hall setting to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out. 3rd and just 2 to go. They go play action here. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They strike for 23 yards, and it'll give them a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. And this throw is knocked away, incomplete.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target to make a play on it.
2nd and 10 now. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Throwing from the gun here. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Motioning the tight end now. Now Hall. This throw is cut. And this one does not go far.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win. And a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done. Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that. If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused, and they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Now on 4th down, they're out to try for the field goal. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
His return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now this offense getting set to work here. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. He's got it over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. He'll throw it. And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up 4th down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The Caps back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. Handoff now from the gun. And he'll do what he can. That carry gets to the 35-yard line. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Hall now. He's got a man left. Breaks the tackle. Green grass ahead. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Still on the move. Coming to the line for 1st and 10. Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. And the power play up the gun only results in 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That's the kind of run that shows he's trying to take some stress off the passing game to provide big plays. What a great help to that side of an offense when the ground game can deliver chunk plays too.
Throwing now from the gun. Looking right, and he finds him. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Hall looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. There's a handoff up the gut. And he makes it to the start of the red zone down at the 20. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6. Throwing his Hall. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So they're left facing a 4th down. For the 3rd time today, we see them setting up for a field goal from 37 yards in the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll double their lead to 6.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
Has this at the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. The offense getting set to go. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Play action on 1st down. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy in midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. To throw it on 1st down. Dump off caught by his back. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They'll run here from the gun. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. But you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
To the air now on 1st and 10. That one's complete over the middle. And he's going to be marked down 5 yards short of that 1st. Offense to the line for 2nd down.
At the 35-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Caught for big yards on the right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It's still just a one-score game as we resume play in the 4th. First and goal, they've got 4 chances to tie this one up. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Nothing on that play, and now we have 2nd and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Monarchs come through to tie it in the 4th. The touchdown brought it even, and this try can give them a 4th quarter lead. And he comes through on the kick to give them the lead here in the 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. He fields it from the 8. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Here comes their offense out again. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Hall. Throwing the out route complete. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Simple dive up the middle. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. A gain of about 3, so a third of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up. Hall. He has the first over the middle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
The give now out of the shotgun. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
They go play action on first. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that'll give him a first down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
He's got it near the 10. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Now, they've certainly got the field goal in their back pocket, but they're going to try for the touchdown first here and goal to go. Here's a give on 1st and goal. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front. Second chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. To throw. Here's Hall. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal. Oh, fullback's got it. Look at the power. And he's able to take this one in for the touchdown. The Caps take a 4th quarter lead. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well.
And he won't get away. They bring him down. The sack prevents them from adding another 2 more to that lead.
You spend all week on 2-point plays, trying to get to your best options. But ultimately, sometimes the execution of that pass, it doesn't work.
Return starts at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. This offense making its way back out now. They're 1 for 1 so far to begin the new NFL season. Touchdown on their opening drive. Let's see if they have 2 for 2 in them. Back to throw on 1st and 10. Brought in right side. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Throwing off the play fake here. Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. He'll throw it yet again. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Dropping back to throw. Gets it to him on the screen. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it sets up 1st down.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
They had the 1st down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Another try following the sack. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
To the air, 3rd and long. That's going to fall incomplete. Either way, he was breaking it up. Couldn't hang on to the pick, so hits the ground, brings up 4th down.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
Hits him on the out route. And he's out of bounds. That is not going to be enough. He made a bid for it, but he was a couple yards short. That's a turnover. And he's out of bounds just before the sticks, Brock. And they're going to turn it over on downs.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They go play action here. The pass ball is incomplete, but was there a reason for it? We see a flag out there.
Eligible receiver downfield. Offense.
He was too far downfield at the time of the pass. Gotta stay within a yard of the line. That'll back him up.
Still first down.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Throwing now, off play action. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Back to throw it. Called in left side. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, that's one of the moments as a QB, you just feel like those defenders are in your huddle. To drop them for a loss on 3rd down can't happen. That's an incredibly quick read by the defense.
Their punter making his way out now. And he's going to have to hit this one from the edge of his own end zone. Averaging a little under 50 a kick so far, Brock, as he gets away another one. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And they're going to take over possession. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. They'll come out throwing. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. Broken up by a big guy at the line. And it sets up 2nd down. Back now, pressure on its way. We've got a screen to the running back. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler. Gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it. All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or 2 short for the 1st down.
Trying to push this past the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Come on now. Was there any doubt who they were going to go to right there? That was always going to be a run play. No problem converting on 4th.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. All set up now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down. Now to throw. Finds the in route complete. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
You know, I don't mind the scheme. In fact, I like the call. Just not on that 3rd down in particular. Need to get it closer to the sticks to have a chance to move those chains.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Going to be 2nd down. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Timeout taken by the defense. Their second. Looking to throw. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Ball taken in at the 36. And it gets them something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. This one returned for 11 yards. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Here he is to throw. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Keeping that pace going as the clock continues to run. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. He'll look to throw it. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Nearly an interception on that play. So that brings up second down. Setting up to pass. He's got it near the 8. And he will score and give him the lead in the final minute. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minute.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
Empty backfield now as they set up for 2.
The offense will line up for a 2-point conversion.
He's throwing for it. And he brings it in. That makes this a field goal game now. All right, Brock, they win empty. We all expected a pass was coming, and they do indeed go to the air and connect on that strike for 2.
Yeah, once you empty that backfield, it does certainly, Kate, alert that defense to pass. And then it comes down to disguise. It comes down to timing, especially on a 2-point with everything condensed. Well done by that offense to go get 2.
They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Hall looking to throw. Throw left side, complete. He reaches the sideline, clock stops, but the defense holds him to a gain of maybe 6 or 7. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 32. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now a timeout, and there may be time for 2 plays here, Brock, but a quick short one does them no good. They got to go for broke here. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second. The incompletion is still pretty good, too.
Trying to push it deep downfield. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with a win. And they're one of the fortunate teams to begin the season with a 1-0 record. So far, so good to begin this new campaign. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a win for the Monarchs as we say adios from Mexico City.